but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. They'll look to throw here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get help helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Buying time to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one they've made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 8. touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Mixon with a first down carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. He will find this man Chase complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27. After one, 14-6 our score. EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Complete. Smith has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
On one, ready?
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Burrow looking to pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study. Touchdown, Bengals! Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have cut the lead back down to 2.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Now Burrow on first down.
This is caught. It's Boyd.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Here we go, here we go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Here we go.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Mixing up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Mixon not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
On one, right?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he's fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Boswell's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A handoff to Mixon. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt covered with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Scotty Miller,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Here's Johnson with a reception. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Harris running straight ahead. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
Touchdown!
George Pickens
from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Burrow on play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Burrow will throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 2nd and goal from the 1. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing, now Burrow loses the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Again, it's Burrow. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Now he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense.